We're homeward bound, I heard them say. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. We're homeward bound to Liverpool Bay. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. We're homeward bound to Liverpool town. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Where them girls, they will come down. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And when we gets to this old house dock, goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Them pretty young girls on the pier head will flock. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And one to the other, you'll hear them say, goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Here comes Johnny with his 3 years' pay. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. Then we haul to the Bull and the Bell. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Where good liquor they do sell. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And in comes the landlord with a smile. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Saying, drink up, lads, while it's worth your while. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. But when the money's all spent and gone, goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. Not even a cent to call your own. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And in comes the landlord with a hell of a frown. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. It's get up, Jack, and let John sit down. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. The poor old Jack must understand. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. There's ships in ports all wanting hands. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And he'll pack up his sea chest and get underway. Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. The girls he has left, they can take his half pay. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. We're homeward bound, don't you hear the mates say? Goodbye, fare thee well, goodbye, fare thee well. We're homeward bound, the anchor's away. Hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound.